So I did finally manage to get a Great Eastern Cutlery 81. It's not really the 81 that I wanted. I really want an 81 moose or bull moose, they're called. But they're really expensive on the secondary market, and I'm not really about it. But just recently they released these 81 muskrats, or the coonskinner as they call them. This one is in, I believe they call it Red Onion Micarta. It looks a little bit like Case's Rich Light that they did on their moose pattern knife, which I liked. So I thought I'd, go ahead and get one of these because it's really cool looking in my opinion. And it is a muskrat, which is a pattern that I'm pretty fond of. I do like it as a pattern. Not quite as much as I like the moose because the moose has two different blades, whereas the muskrat has two muskrat clip blades, as the name might imply. But just like most Great Eastern Cutlery knives, the fit and finish on this knife is pretty good. Fantastic, some might even say. I think the blades probably do rub a little bit because this is a muskrat in the traditional sense, meaning this isn't even a improved muskrat. This is a just full-blown muskrat, which means both blades share one back spring, which is pretty cool. Um, that being said, both blades are fairly thin and slicey and whatnot, and they probably will rub together, when you open and close the knife. Because when two blades try to share the same back spring, that's just something that does tend to happen. Now, some people will throw a big fit about that or other things like these slight scratches on the shield here. But I don't care because this knife is going to be in my pocket at some point and it's going to end up all scratched up and everything anyway. So I don't really care that much. The things that are important to me is that the knife is put together well enough that I feel like it's going to hold up over time, which this one is. If I remember correctly, it doesn't have any blade play. Now, the blades are fairly thin, so they do flex a little bit. Not a big deal. Um, they're kind of supposed to do that with a muskrat, especially a muskrat like this. But very sharp, pointy muskrat clip blades. The reason why the muskrat became a thing is because, if you imagine a trapper who's skinning small game all day, a blade like this might be nice to have for, squirrels and muskrats and other little like varmint creatures. Something small like this is probably good for skinning small game. And then your main blade would go dull. So then what would you do? Well, you might carry a sharpener or something, or if you have a muskrat pattern knife, you just pull out your other blade that's exactly the same and use that one, which is why the muskrat became a thing. Um, but yeah, I feel like that's probably a history most people know about. Do you feel like I might have heard this blades hit the back spring? Maybe not. Mm, no, I don't think so. Never mind. Don't think it has any blade wrap. I did think for a second there I heard it, but yeah, this knife's well done. I do like the red onion micarta. There is a coffee house acrylic one that's pretty cool too, and of course the yellow rose, the yellow bone Texas rose knife, I believe it's called. I think they're doing one in wood, but I think that's it. But they are very cool knives. I do like a muskrat pattern. And, it's a really thin knife since it's only using one back spring and everything. Um, yeah, just a handy little knife to have. Um, and I do really like the red onion micarta, even though it kind of looks a little bit like Case's rich light knives, but I think that's probably why I kind of like it. Um, you just got I believe they call this a serpentine shield. Um, but yeah, shouldn't have touched my camera because now it keeps locking in focus. Yep, that's fun. Can I get it to stop doing that? No, no, I cannot. Okay, I'm gonna have to end the video here because the camera won't stop locking into focus, which is fine when I hold it here, but as soon as I move it, it'll not refocus because it hates me. I can't unlock it, it seems like, so that's fun. This is real goofy. But anyway, really like the red onion micarta. Really like the knife. These don't seem to be quite as popular as some of the other Great Eastern Cutlery runs lately. And it kind of seems like the Great Eastern Cutlery madness is dying down a little bit. I think maybe less people are buying them on the secondary market, which is causing flippers to realize that they can't buy a knife and then sell it for 3 times what they paid for it anymore. So hopefully the market will slow down a little bit. And those of us that are really just enthusiasts of Great Eastern cutlery um, can buy the knives from the dealers again, and it'll be all smiles and happy faces and whatnot. Um, we'll all be happy and excited about our hobby again. Hopefully, that is my hope anyway. And it does seem like the secondary prices are going down a little bit. You can find these on eBay. You might still find these at some dealers. Like I said, they weren't as popular as some of the other recent runs. But you can find these on eBay for under $200, which is impressive for eBay secondary prices. I saw these on some dealer websites for 160, so that should give you some idea of how much you should pay for it. I think I paid 170. I don't really want to talk about it, but but yeah, you can get them for cheaper than that on the secondary market now. So if you're patient, you can usually get them for a little bit cheaper than they are like right after they launch. But I am happy that I did get this knife. I am pretty happy with it. I've been waiting to do a video on it to carry it, so I will probably throw this in my pocket here soon and carry it because I do like a nice slicey muskrat pattern. But anyway, that'll be it for this video. Um, and I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you in the next one.